You're live. Okay, we're working now. It's working now. It's working now. There we go. Okay. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. There we go. YouTube was having a very strange error. All right. What's our current goal? Right now, Bowser is in the X-ray land. It's been so long since I've played. It's been like a week because I got obsessed with FE12. Oh, we have to go into the joint tower. Mario? You guys found your way here too by Boogity! Look, it's fan favorite character Toadbert. So I've been investigating this area and I discovered that this region controls the Body Slam. Body Slam? Yes, by Boogity Body Slam! If my calculations are correct, the Body Slam somehow doubles Bowser's weight while airborne. With that doubled weight, Bowser can slam into the ground with incredible force. You see these 3 pressure points? If you stimulate them, you'll awaken the Body Slam, but right now the pressure points aren't active. Stimulating them right now wouldn't have any effect. Something somewhere in this area must activate those pressure points by Boogity. Mario and Luigi, see if you can find something. By Boogity. Oh, it's probably this, right? Yeah.
Hey, my body feels not right. What's going on in there?
The pressure points are active. Well done by Boogity. Alright, try stimulating those 3 pressure points and see what happens. Man, this is certainly a segment they put in the video game, isn't it? What if you just had to drill 3 spots for basically no reason? What a thing to start the stream with. What a thing to start the stream with. Do you have a preference for Mario-themed RPGs? This Paper Mario RPG, Mario Engage the Binding Blade? I like Paper Mario best.
What's going on? That feels great. Feels like my power is building in my abs.
I don't like Super Mario RPG. I think it's actually a pretty bad RPG. This looks like something happened to Bowser.
Body Slam by Boogity.
I guarantee we can do body slams now. I'm a Paper Mario guy. Nice. Hey, can you hear me? You can do body slams now.
Chippy? What was that? Body slams? What do I do?
You, first you switch actions with R by Boogity. Then press Y.
Your voice sounds different.
Oh no, I mean not at all. By Boogity. I think I'm catching a cold. Cough, hack, patooey. Yunk. Sorry, yeah, just a cold. Anyway, try the body slam. Switch actions and press it. Okay, yeah, we body slammed. We learned how to do body slam.
I did it! Chippy, that was awesome! Yeah, you totally have a cold.
I thought I told you I did. It's tough, but I'll soldier on. Anyway, maybe you should try to move around out there.
Yeah, let's slam something.
Did you play Superstar Saga? Yes. No, I played Superstar Saga when it first came out.
Not too shabby. I can use this.
I have not played the remake. It looks really ugly to me. Well, yeah, sort of. Right. Well, we keep poking around and see what I can find. Bombs. Away. Yeah, you guys, good luck. Tougher than he looks.
I've wasted enough time to Dimblewood.
Oh, but we already got the first star cure.
Wait, body slam? There are a bunch of places I could use this, I think. Better go try it out.
Alright, so now we've got all those switches we can press. Metroidvania moment. I agree, the remake always looked like it took the charm out of it. I just really don't like that graphical style. I really like the OG Superstar Saga's graphical style though, like, so I'm biased that I have some nostalgia for it. From what I understand, the remake, like, added some stuff, but also made some stuff worse, so it's kind of a wash in terms of, like, mechanically which one's better. Oh no, I'm not gonna have the timing down anymore because it's been a week of playing FE12. Oh, right. No, mashing is for the vacuum. I fucked it up. I fucked it up, chat. Fake Gamer Award. Most of the time, I prefer remasters to remakes. I don't even know the difference between them, really. Like, so often I hear people say, like, oh, that's not actually a remake, it's a reimagining, or a remaster, or a retooling. And I'm just like... There's all these different words for what are functionally, like, very close to the same thing, if not exactly the same. I get that it's supposed to somehow differentiate, like, how many changes there were made or whatever, but I think at a certain point, the language just gets too confusing, right? To me, the small adjustments, like HD or added QOL features, are just a remaster. But then what would, like, wouldn't that just be a port, though? Like, Nintendo currently has a lot of, like, ports that are just, like, the Switch 2 version of a Switch 1 game. Okay, well, we're not supposed to go this way. Clearly. Oh, we can slam here. What? Oh! Okay, it's a gambling machine. I mainly think in the Final Fantasy remasters, which FFX slightly changed the soundtrack, added fast forward to emulator headset. Yeah, wouldn't that just basically be a port? Like, it adds some quality of life stuff and touches up the graphics, but it doesn't fundamentally change the game at all. The Path of Radiance Switch 2 is a remaster? No, that one I will argue, no, that's not a remaster. Specifically because it's not changed. It's literally just emulating the exact same game. Like, it has not been altered at all. And I don't even mean like, oh, there haven't been any fundamental changes. It is literally the GameCube game, but on an emulator that runs on the Switch. And that's the same for any virtual console game, right? The virtual console is just, basically it's an emulator. Okay, this punch heal actually seems pretty good. Oh, no, this is where I came from. Oh, but there's a switch here that I missed. And that'll let me cross over here. I haven't played the port, so you're probably right. Any virtual console or Nintendo Switch Online stuff is just an emulation. A remake is like fundamentally different, adds new content or mechanics. Wouldn't that be like a reimagining though? Like the Resident Evil 2 one it's basically a different game at that point, right? I don't know. I don't understand the nuances, so I don't know.
Is that? Hey! Hey, minion, hold up!
I just remember when I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics.
Hey! Aren't you Private Goomp?
King Bowser, you're okay!
Of course! Where are the others? What happened to Surgeon Guy and Corporal Paraplog? Aren't they in your unit?
Yeah. When you got all giant back in Dimblewood, we kind of panicked and ran to avoid being crushed. So while we were retreating, we must have gotten separated in the forest somehow. Now it's just me.
Oh, really?
Sir, what brings you in this area?
I'm on my way to collect the Star Cures.
Oh, hey, wait! Those Star Cures, do they look anything like this?
I don't know. I've never seen one. Probably. Why, do you know about it?
Sir, I can report that there's a Star Cure in Bowser Castle. I heard some guy named Cuzzle on Black Beach gave it to you for doing a puzzle. I thought it was probably just garbage and you just stolen it since you're awesome. But either way, it's definitely in the underground treasure chamber of Bowser's Castle.
Really? Well, now that you mention it, maybe that did happen.
FYI, FYI, FYI! Message for Mr. Mario, Mr. Luigi, and Mr. Violent Face Puncher. Now contacting Dr. Toadley in Toad Town. Please give it your attention. Check. One. Hello? Aha. Are we connected? Ahem. I have just discovered the identity of the second sage. I certainly have. The second sage is a Koopa named Cuzzle who lives on Black Beach.
Oh, brilliant! Sounds like that guy's Star Cure is already in my castle.
And did I see that Mario and Luigi got the first Star Cure already? Indeed I did. Congratulations.
What? You gotta be kidding me. They got to it first? That's it. I gotta get the second Star Cure. I'll make it for Bowser's Castle. The treasure's in the underground treasure chamber, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. I'm gone to Bowser's Castle. What's your plan?
Once I find Sergeant Guy and Corporal Paraplonk, we'll head back straight for your castle.
Fine, whatever.
The second star cure is at Bowser Castle, huh? Guess we should leave this one to Bowser for now. Bowser is truly a master of gay being and crime doing. Look at all these beans. There's so many beans here. Wing! What was it? Oh, right, we were talking about remakes and stuff. I just remember when I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evil East Chronicles, right? I called it a remake and someone got mad at me, and I was like, okay, I don't really know. Because it, like, just added voice acting or whatever. It's Bowser! Oh, this is Toad Town. Now, how do we get to Bowser's Castle most efficiently? Chat, does anyone know the best path to Bowser's Castle? Oh, not this way, because that's where we came from. That's Toad Town. That's the Monsieur lady. There are games called remakes that don't change much and remasters that change the main gameplay systems. Yeah, that's why I kind of just look at them like they're the same, like they're the same. Like they're just synonyms. I know that some people get really hung up on like the differences though. And like, you know, for the people who like that, I'm not gonna yuck in their yum, you know? There we go, got him. Look, all I know is that every time you ask me to replay Final Fantasy X to Three Houses, but prettier, just take my money. But there isn't a Three Houses remake, is there? I don't know about Final Fantasy X, whether there was a remake in that or not, but there's not a Three Houses remake. I feel like I would know. I feel like the discourse would be never-ending. Inescapable. There will be eventually. Yeah, almost certainly. Eventually. Honestly, I think we're probably gonna get an Awakening remake next. Everyone's talking about, like, FE4 remake or whatever, but, like, I think Awakening remake is much more likely. just because, it's such a popular game, right? And it's been, like, a long time. How's the Final Fantasy Marathon going? It's currently sort of paused, because I finished 5, and I'm working on the video about 5, and I don't want to start 6 until I finish the 5 video. But the 5 video has, like, bloated itself in a way that I'm not actually especially happy with. Fuck, I'm lost. This is the same area I was lost last time. Wait. Oh my lord. Maybe an FE7 remake? You know, I don't think FE7 is as popular as the internet thinks it is. I think that there is much more of an Awakening fan base than there is any GBA fan base. I think there's a vocal, but ultimately rather small, contingent on the internet that loves the GBA games. But in terms of, like, what Nintendo cares about, right? They care about a larger audience. FE7 is on NSO. That's the other thing, is any game that's on NSO, because, like, before this, my money would have been, like, Path of Radiance, because it's so hard to get a hold of. But Path of Radiance is on NSO. They wouldn't do that if they were planning a remake anytime soon, right? So we hit that switch, we go over here. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost, chat. Toad Town, Bubsy Plains. We gotta go play Bubsy 3D. There we go. Okay, we've solved it. And maybe that FE7 is just the Mighty Morphin of the series, where it's just kind of a thing outside of Japan. Well, a lot of people who got into, like, in the English-speaking parts of the world, got into Fire Emblem through the GBA games, right? Specifically Sacred Stones and Blazing Sword, right? Because those were the first 2 English ones. And then I do also think there's a contingent that got in based off of Path of Radiance, which is why, you know, before Path of Radiance got put on NSO, I assumed that, like, FE7, Path of Radiance, Binding Blade were sort of like shoo-ins for remakes sometime soon. But with FE7 on the NSO, FE9 on the NSO, Sacred Stones was not that popular. At least there's that perception, you know, like within Nintendo. Because it sold poorly. With those 2 games on the NSO, I figure Awakening might be, like, up for a remake. I would be down to see, like, if they could make an Awakening remake that is more enjoyable to me. Because, like, there's parts of Awakening that I like, and then there's parts of Awakening that I'm just like, I could do without this. Also Smash. Yeah, Smash is why I thought Roy's game, right? Binding Blade. They could pull an FE1 and localize older titles for the West. Yeah, like a limited time thing, you mean? Being native speaking Fire Emblem fan when the series was just getting here must have been silly since all the characters at Melee were from games you didn't know. So I started with Path of Radiance, and I remember thinking that, like, well, I knew that Marth was from FE1, right? Which was only in Japan. I guess part of it was also because I was pretty online as a teenager. Oh, we opened this shortcut. We don't need to do that anymore. I think because I was online, like, I learned that these places were... I learned that these games were, like, Japan only, right? Alright, touchscreen time. Oh, right! I gotta put this on the touchscreen. Hold on. Oh, I forgot to set up the touchscreen for this stream. I have a touchscreen monitor, I just forgot to set it up. We gotta pause real quick so I can do that. Alright, touchscreen monitor, we gotta plug you in. Move the game to the touchscreen monitor. Calibrate the touchscreen monitor. There we go, okay. Very professional. I'm good at my job, I swear. Smiley face. Alright, Bowser Castle this way. I still remember when I was 14 and I thought Fire Emblem 6 was actually hard and not just tedious. I think I outgrew it. I think that it's both. I think it's both. I think there's elements of it that are really tedious, and I think there's also elements of it that are, like, actually difficult. I was gonna say real difficulty, but what the fuck even is real and fake difficulty? I think that's my, like, least favorite discourse at the moment, is, like, real difficulty versus fake difficulty. Because fake difficulty is basically just if something is difficult in a way that the person that you personally dislike, right? Time pressure is fake difficulty? Nah. Time pressure is not fake difficulty. In fact, I would argue time pressure is, like, one of the more real forms of difficulty if we're doing real versus fake. But again, like, what even is fake difficulty, right? But, like, I think time pressure genuinely helps and does genuinely make you have to, like, come up with better strategies, right? It's not something that can just be solved by cheesing. Time pressure fixes 80% of Fire Emblem maps. I don't think every map should have time pressure. Maybe that's a controversial take. But I think time pressure is helpful if used in moderation, right? I think if you have every map have, like, an absurd turn limit, then that ends up feeling draining. Fake difficulty is when you die from something that isn't a 1v1 against the boss. I can't tell if you're being serious or facetious. If you're being serious, I disagree. But if you're being facetious, that's a really good impression of the, like, arguments against basically anything in a Souls game that someone personally didn't like. Time pressure too hard and you end up just LTCing. I think some people just want LTC to be the only way that people can play Fire Emblem. Have you played the remake of Bowser's Inside Story? No, I haven't. And I don't plan to. It looks pretty ugly to me. And, like, it doesn't change enough to really be appealing, you know? I just don't personally jive with that graphic style. And that doesn't mean it's, like, objectively bad or anything. It's just not in my taste. I think it looks ugly. Oh, we're gonna have to fight the train, aren't we? Fuck! I don't remember the train. Bowser's Castle shortcut. Is the shortcut the train boss? Dark Deity 2 is a good game. That's what I've heard. Awakening has a lot of weird features like Street Pass and Spot Pass. Yeah, it was during the era where Nintendo wanted, like, they felt like Nintendo really liked adding the DS's unique mechanics to every game that came out. I think Bowser's Jr.'s journey is severely underrated. Isn't it just an auto-battler? I thought it was just an auto-battler and, like, not a particularly good one. Is that something else I'm thinking of? Is that the thing from the Superstar Saga remake? Because I know they both added optional modes. It's an auto-battler, but it's very fun. Hey, I mean, if you like auto-battlers, more power to you, but I don't. Priam only has Soul and Luna, not Ike's mastery skill. Yeah, I've seen, like, the conspiracy theories around, like... Where do I go? Because I was in Bowser's Castle. I'd rather have Edelgard Discourse than Priam Discourse. I think I'll just pass on both those conversations. I kind of don't give a shit about Priam or Edelgard or whatever. That's my take on the discourse, is like, I don't care. I don't care. Ah, Big Switch. That's where I go. Give me Berwick Saga Discourse instead. Yo, I got caught up in Berwick Saga Discourse somehow. Because I said that I don't like Berwick Saga, and that apparently is like a hate crime against people who like a game that I don't like. So if we want to have Berwick Saga Discourse, is it okay to dislike a game? Is it okay to have a different opinion than people on a game? Because the comment sections in my, I made a little Ice Rider clip, basically just because I feel like every couple of months I get someone asking like, oh, you should play Berwick Saga, and I'm like, yeah, I have. I just didn't care for it. I don't like a game where you have to have the wiki open, right? But apparently that makes me a, misinformation F slur. Which, I don't know.
Whoa, 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 what's the deal here? The passage of the underground is blocked. Stupid fawful.
I know people won't like it. I think that there's a lot of cool stuff there, but the two things that bother me the most, right, are I don't like the obscure mechanics that aren't explained to you, whether they're necessary or not. I think if a mechanic is part of the game, like, it should be explained, right? As the food stuff, there's the full recruitment, like, generally, I think to recruit people, it's usually you need to get, like, their friendship to a certain amount, right? Or loyalty, or whatever it is. There's a stat. It's called, like, friendship or loyalty or something. I don't remember the exact name. I barely know what Berwick Saga even is. It is, a game made by Shozukaga, who's the creator of Fire Emblem. Oh, lucky hit, nice. And it, unlike his other two games, Vistaria Saga and Tearing Saga, it does not resemble Fire Emblem at all. Other than being part of the SRPG genre, it's very different from Fire Emblem. It even has, like, hexagonal grids. People will, like, meme about, like, hexagons. It has a lot of cool ideas. Like, if you liked, the way that Emblem Sigurd works in Fire Emblem Engage, that, I believe, is, either, if it doesn't originate from Berwick Saga, it at the very least was in Berwick Saga, right? That's how lances work in Berwick Saga, is your movement gets added, so it makes them feel, like, distinct from swords, which is something I really don't like about Fire Emblem, is, like, the weapon triangle is not meaningful enough to make weapons feel distinct from each other most of the time. Thanks, Goomba. The lance charges up. Yeah. Most characters are defined by, like, a specific tool set of skills they get, rather than specifically stats. There's only 4 main stats in Berwick Saga. Although I believe also your weapon level is a stat, but, like, for each weapon, rather than, like, how old FE works. It's, like, you know, your sword level, lance level stuff. So, like, those are interesting ideas. The stuff I don't like is just how much RNG there is. Hit rates are generally pretty low in comparison to Fire Emblem. You know, like, getting 60 is a regular occurrence. It's not like a fail state. You can do stuff to improve it, but bad hit rates are kind of just a reality of life, or at least were when I was playing. I don't know if, like, later than I get, you end up just never having to deal with bad hit rates again. But during the portion that I was playing, it was enough to, you know, turn me off. And then there's just a lot of mechanics that are not explained to the player. Cooking, everyone has like favorite foods, or not cooking, it's restaurants. There's like furniture that gives bonuses, although now that I've mentioned furniture, I'm a furniture F-slur. Apparently the fact that I said I don't know how furniture works was a big problem with Berwick fans. There's just a lot of base stuff. There's a whole town where you go between different shops and events. The way that people promote is different for every character, which is like in theory cool, but again in practice, I don't want to have a fucking wiki open the whole time to figure out how people promote. From what I gather, Tearing Saga is widely considered the best of the three. I don't know. It's the one that I like the best. I don't think it's the most popular. It's the easiest, for sure. Like, Tearing Saga it has Thracia difficulty, in that its difficulty is largely because the game doesn't explain things to you either. That's another wiki game. But I was at least invested enough that I was, like, fine with it. Although on my first playthrough, it did cause me... Because I did a blind playthrough, right? Without any sort of wiki stuff, and I got soft-locked. So, like, it's just a Kaga problem, honestly. It could just be that my tolerance for Kaga bullshit has just been used up, right? Because I played Thracia, I played Tearing Saga, I played FE4. There's only so much Kaga bullshit before I'm just like, don't... Like, I'm old, y'all. I'm old. I played those when I was younger, and I'm old, and I just, like, I fucking can't these days, you know? Most promotes are, like, Axe rank 30 or Bow rank 20. Well, you at least, like, would reach those naturally, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding. I mean, I've gone into this before, but I don't want to be called Unk, both because, one, that's a male-aligned term, and two, that's a part of AAVE, and I'm not black, and I think that, you know, there's a trend of especially queer white people taking aspects of AAVE and sort of, you know, taking them away from the black community in a way that's, you know, hashtag problematic or whatever, and I just don't really want to, you know, be a part of that. If you played Deltarune, no, I didn't like Undertale either, so, you know, I'm not gonna play the sequel, because I didn't like the first game. I've been told Deltarune is better than Undertale, but if I fundamentally dislike basically every mechanic in Undertale, it does a better job of Undertale, but I didn't like what Undertale was doing, right? So, maybe that could be the discourse. Undertale Deltarune hater Danny Doyle slanders the good name of Toby Fox. I think also part of it is, like, a lot of people connected with Undertale because it was the first game that, like, really normalized queer characters, right? I know, I've heard people say, like, Undertale changed my life because, like, it showed me that LGBT people are just people like me, right? Like, and I think that that's awesome. I think that's all, like, I'm not trying to shame anyone who feels that way, right? I think there's always gonna be something that sort of wakes you up to, wait. Right below here. The underground's that way. But yeah, there's always gonna be something that sort of, like, everyone has their first thing that sort of, like, woke them up to some sort of internalized bigotry or whatever, right? And if Undertale was yours, that's awesome. I played it as a queer person, right? I played it as someone who's, like, hashtag woke. So it wasn't ever gonna have that effect on me, and the quirky Earthbound humor was cute, but Apparently the really good stuff comes after the final boss, and I just couldn't with the final boss. Like, I got to the final boss, and I'd been doing a pacifist run because I wanted to be a nice person, right? And so I just fucking died because I'm not good at bullet hells. Tug of war time. Leg time. Why is it all Luigi now? I thought it was supposed to swap between them, but it's just all Luigi now. Now it's swapping. Now it's all Mario. Okay, so it's not doing how it normally does. It's scrambling them now. And that's throwing me off. There we go. We did it. We did it, gamers. I owned this game, but I don't think I ever finished it. You know, this game is not as fun as I remember it being. It's still pretty fun. But I have so much nostalgia for this, and there have been so many moments that I'm just like, God, Bowser's Inside Story, it has a lot of bullshit. It's got a lot of great stuff, but I think it's weaker than Superstar Saga. I think Superstar Saga's better, and I think Partners in Time is like close. They might be on the same level, honestly. Fake difficulties when the pros don't alternate in the minigame. Fake difficulty. The fake difficulty discourse. Ugh. Quick time event. Yeah, rhythm games, quick time event, mini games, like just sort of stuff. And then so much of it is also like the giant battles. Holy shit, the giant battles suck. Oh my god, Bowser, you gotta lock in, buddy. Giant battles really is when they put the console on overdrive. Alright, now the Goomba gives me a mushroom. We sneezer. Spot pass is just gone. Yeah, Spot Pass doesn't work anymore, although there are mods to help it work. Normal playable Aversa in the remake. How could they take her away? Look at what the woke liberals have taken away from us. No more playable Aversa in the Awakening remake. Ooh, Bombs! He's here! Bowser's here, finally! Bombs! Free! Yes! At last! He did it! Woohoo! Woohoo! Woo! Woo!
Hey guys! Minions, calm down! Chill!
That's not gonna calm them down, buddy. I think I know what I have to do. Oh, jumping with Bowser is actually so much harder than jumping with the Mario Bros. No! It'd be cool if there was a video talking about the Awakening cast having personal skills. Oh, I think I made one of those. I used to make them for... I don't know if I made it for Awakening. Yeah, no, I did, because I gave Stahl this skill where he works on fixed growths mode, because he's boring. Yeah, so I made an Awakening one, if you're interested. No! There's like no reaction time here. I want every class to be a personal. So like just one healer. Interesting, interesting. Give Callum shade to make him the worst Armor Knight in Fire Emblem history. I would never hurt my boy Callum like that. I love my boy Callum. Oh my goodness. Wait, this is fucked. They actually expect, like, fucking 12-year-olds to do this shit? I like what personal skills do for ludonarrative. Yeah, me too. No, Bowser can't go to the society. Society moment. Give a personal that costs 5% of your gold per combat. So then you go broke after a unit participates in 20 combats? That's awful. That sounds so bad. $5% of your gold is such a high tax. I think you don't understand how much 5% of your gold is. 1%? I mean, that's still like, why would you give someone a negative skill that's just a personal skill that's just a negative? Bowser can't live in society. If you're broke, 5% of nothing is still basically nothing. Just make it a fixed amount of gold. Yeah, like do the Volk thing where it's like, it costs like 20 gold or whatever, 50 gold. I thought Rajat was the Hoshiden bisexual option. Yeah, Fates is weird about gay characters. Rajat is the other bisexual that Corrin can marry. Orochi marries Guy Corrin. Yeah. Oh, that's the Bowser Society code. Chat, remember that combination. Wait. I got society wrong. Okay, we gotta do left, left. Okay. So, big punch, little punch, little punch, little punch, big punch. No, that wasn't the society? Okay, they're both arrows. Okay, they're both arrows. So, little punch. Big punch. Little punch. Big punch. Little punch. Big punch. Okay, we got into our society.
The room where I kept my sweetest stolen treasures. This is the one place stupid Fawful could never break into. What? No! What? How? Who? Why?
Your surliness. I found Sergeant Guy in Corporal Paraplonk. King Bowser, awesome seeing you again, sir. Our sweep of the castle indicates it is intact, sir.
Intact?
Look at this train track. Whoa. Who put a train track down here? Next stop, Bowser Castle. Now arriving at the always run down, falling apart, dirty, nasty thanks to Bowser Castle.
Hey, it's you idiots! Explain all this now!
Yeah, well, bro, as you can see, the secret tunnel project you ordered is finally finished, broski. Yeah, remember Brotown? You helped us drill this tunnel.
I mean, I did, but I don't remember telling you to build a railway directly to my secret treasure chamber.
Bro, this secret tunnel got bought out by the Fawful Foundation. It was a buyout, Brodington. Get me a buyout! Thanks to the sweet cash infusion, we outsourced the whole drilling to some other bros. So now we're elite employees of Lord Fawful. The salary is great, Brody. Insane benefits. Trust me, this Fawful Express that Lord Fawful built is super awesome. Want a bribe, Broton? Although, come to think of it, bro, it's a pretty pricey ticket. Maybe too posh for you. Even if you sold this cruddy old castle, you still couldn't afford it.
What? Treason!
King Bowser, sir! You better not make enemies of those guys. Yeah, for real! Besides, didn't you come looking for a star cure?
Oh yeah, the star cure. It must be in this room.
Star cure must be secured in that safe, sir.
Safe? Where? That?
All aboard the Fawful Express!
No!
Boom! Alright, time to do the Bowser cum game. Ouchies. Alright, let's go through these rivers of, Bowser purple rump juice. The what? I mean, it's in his groin, and we're in a river of, purple juice. Isn't Bowser's cum purple? Isn't that, like, a commonly known fact? Alright, now we got the big guy. His energy sparks. Oh, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Fuck! Oh my god, I do not like this minigame. That's a Globin moment. I do not like the Bowser Come minigame. Why does Bowser's sperm have tails, and what do the different colors mean? Fuck! I hate this minigame! I keep getting so close and then failing. Kids were expected to beat this. I think kids would probably be better at this than me. Like, genuinely. Fuck! This is the Dark Souls of Mario and Luigi minigames. Like, this guy comes so close. Dude! What the reaction time there? You know, earlier today I was playing a Souls-like, and it was easier than this. Okay, his energy spiked. Yes, shut the fuck up, Starlo. There we go. Fucking got it. His energy spiked. Bro, was that Bowser a pushover or what? Totally, Lord Fawful is gonna be loving us. I mean, you compare Bowser to Fawful Express and it's like, broski, dude is puny. Uh-oh. Morning, Danny. How's my favorite hot take merchant? Wait, what's my hot take today? Is it that I didn't like Undertale? Danny isn't a fan of Undertale, we discovered. I mean, I'm surprised y'all didn't discover that through the Undertale streams, where I complained about what I didn't like. Train boss time? Yeah, the train boss is the Undertale of Dark Souls. Alright. This fucking fight. This fucking fight. What are your complaints about Undertale? I don't like bullet hells. Danger, bros. What do we do? It's all good, bro. Check it out. Bridgington's over there. Look, a rickety bridge. That thing will collapse under this guy's bulk, and then he'll fall all the way to the valley. This dude is going down. Nice brig, bro. Total genius. Let's cruise straight for the bridge station. All right, so I'm gonna make a save state here, because this is one of the most notorious fucking segments. We can pass that station, we win, bro. Distance to the bridge station is 100 kilomoles. He's coming, move. But yeah, this is one of the most notorious awful segments in basically any Mario game. We stopped, everything okay? Worry not, broskies, that guy's punch is no prob. Unless he spits fire, we take 0 damage. Nice, big bro, I can already hear the dude crying. Alright, fire. What did I get? What did I get? What? Oh my god, this fucking game. What do you mean, okay? I'm blowing in the microphone! Okay, we got an excellent. How do you emulate this game? Legally I'm not telling y'all. If you mean how are the controls, I have a touchscreen monitor and a microphone hooked up. Slide, 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 slide. Jesus Christ, okay. Yikes, bros. Okay, we got excellence. Yikes, bros. Slide repeatedly. I'm trying to slide and it's not responding. Yikes, bros. Mashing, 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 mashing. I don't think we got this. Oh, fuck. What do you mean he got me? Oh my god. We're gonna load the save state. I don't understand the blowing requirements. It's the amount of time you blow for, but it's like, it's very... it's not good at detecting it. Okay, we got an excellent. We got a great. That's not great. Great is not great. Great isn't good enough. We need like all excellence. Oh, this is so garbage. Okay, we got an excellent. The blowing mechanics are buggy, yeah. The touchscreen also doesn't seem to detect my sliding. Okay, we got that one. No, don't put the fire out. Oh my god. Oh, fuck off! Yo, this fucking fight. Hate this, hate this, hate this so much. Does Nintendo play any of their DS games? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. This is so miserable. What? Slide! I'm sliding! Oh my god! Yo, fuck this shit! No! I don't want to do this again. I'm exhausted. Like, fuck. What's the point of giving the player the healing items if the timing is that strict? Yeah, I don't know. I don't... Yeah, I don't fucking know. Bowser's Inside Story Train Skip. Let's see if there's a mod that skips it. No. Train skip mod. No. No, nobody's modified. Nobody's made a mod. Can we map blowing onto a button? No, we can't. We literally can't. It's not doable. Like, it's literally not a function. Also, like, as the stream been dropping frames, I feel like there's something wrong, but I don't know what. But I keep getting alerts that the stream is dropping frames, and I just checked, like, and it looks like it's skipping around. If I recall correctly, there's a cheat that auto-excellence breath. Can you send it to me? Because I just searched on the internet and I couldn't find it. I'm not trying to play on fucking mobile. I'm sorry, Carlos. Also, I have mic capability. Like, how do you think I'm talking to y'all? I'm thinking of Spirit Tracks. That's misinformation. Oh. Okay. Well. Jesus fuck. This... My lungs are not what they used to be. This fucking thing. To miss it by that much, too, is so demotivating. I kind of just don't want to continue. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want to do this shit anymore. Unless you have the cheat that auto excellence the fire breath. Like, I just don't want to. Yeah, I think we just call it. I think we just call it. I just mixed up the games. That's okay. I don't fucking want to do it. I don't want to fucking do the train fight. Like, I just don't.